The state of the music industry is designed to rip off an artist. That's what I believe. I believe that when the check gets handed to an artist, the check is normally not right. The first person that told me this was Nelly. Nelly told me, you know, you got to learn how to do this thing called an audit. And I was like, what is that? And then he was like, man, you got to get a lawyer. And so I searched, I found Jay-Z's auditor, right? And then this guy went and said, I'll do it for, you know, I'm not going to charge you up front. I'm going to take a piece. And I was like, okay. So he goes and he finds over $600,000 that the label hid from me. So I was like, wait a second. Is this the way it always is? He's like, yeah, you got to keep on doing this. So I realized all my peers didn't know this, that, you know, I got into the music industry and thought that when you have a song that's #1, that it just goes magically because your song's good. It's paid. Like, payola is not supposed to be like a thing, but it's real. Like, I had to pay a lot of money to get my record to #1. And I started looking at the music industry differently, and all of my peers, I started focusing more on equity, right? I wasn't the guy that was going out and trying to chase a piece of a show that somebody's gonna pay me $10,000 to do. I wanted to get a piece of the actual thing that was holding these buildings up. So I realized all these guys weren't thinking like that. And the way I got off of Universal when they didn't want to let me go is I told them, if you don't let me go, I'm gonna go teach all these guys on the label how to do an audit. And they let me go because of that.
What I'm supposed to be here to be second best, right? I'm not doing this.
You never seen it like that.
Yeah, I'm not doing this for that. I'm not doing this for that, you know. And if other people are cool with settling or not putting themselves in that light, then that's, you know, that's their personal preference. That's their personal preference. If you don't want to be in that light, that's fine. I'm not mad at you. You know, I don't have an opinion on what you want to do. If you want to be second, that's cool. So don't have an opinion on me wanting to be John Michelle or Shakespeare. You know, people got to realize that, you know, I put a lot of my life into, you know, what I'm doing right now. I didn't just have a hit record and get lucky. I put a lot of my life into it. So, you know, the things that come out of it is not due to this, like, just, you know, bravado and arrogance. I have confidence because of the work I put in. I put in so much. I put in so much work. Yeah, and
people don't know. Sometimes you got to invest in yourself. Yeah. So I went to Michael Jackson attorney. So everybody want to be in the music business, but you need to know your business. Right. At that time,
the business of the music.
Yeah. So I went to Michael Jackson, was the highest paid entertainer at that time at 22% of record, and I said. I went to his attorney and said, man, if I'm going to sit down, which is going to cost you $25,000.
That's what the attorney told you.
That's his retainer or just to sit down?
To sit down.
I can't afford this nigga still. Where this nigga at? Leave this nigga alone. But go ahead, P, I'm sorry.
So I give him the 25. I went sit down with him. He said, man, look, the only way you're going to get a deal bigger than Michael Jackson is a distribution deal. And it's an 85-15 deal. But then you're gonna have to come up with about $200,000 or $300,000. I say,
for each project?
No, we just say that's what you need for marketing money.
Oh, okay.
If you're gonna get that deal, I'm like, dude, I gave you $25,000 and tell me I need $200,000 to $300,000.
Wow.
But this was probably the best $25,000 I spent in my life.
The deal don't work for everybody, and independent don't work for everybody. You know what I'm saying? You just gotta make sure whoever you sign with or fuck with, just make sure they family. Don't look at the money first. Like, you can't look at the money because you have the money with no support, no vibe, and then when you go broke, you just like everybody else. See, I'd rather take less of money with a machine behind me, cause I know what I'm gonna make.
Nah, for real.
Yeah. Have a whole lot of money, then they don't fuck with you. Now you f***ed up, it's over with.
Yeah.
You gotta have. If you don't have shows, none of it, you over with.
And I'm a brand that on my independency, cause them the people who really love me. I don't really need to go to and get money and shit like that. Or do percentages with who ain't gonna take me to the top when, you know, it's my product, you know.
Right.
I've always been a person to think and look outside the box and think like, okay, you know what? Regardless of the label or anybody working records or doing things, digital marketing, or besides them niggas doing all these things, my money needs to go into these things. Who is the connects? Who are the people that the label is actually using? Who are these people?
Well, listen,
you know, and I find those people and I use them independently.
Work your way into that position, yes.
Yes, but at the same time, it's not necessarily that I had to work myself into the situation. I think it's more so I found myself in a situation because if I didn't look, I'd have been one of those niggas that were on the shelf. As great as I am, if I didn't do certain things to help myself, and we're gonna we're gonna go into this when I get to the next interview when I come in. If I didn't do certain things to help myself, I wouldn't be here. I promise you that. But my learning of finding people is what helped me find other teams.
The thing where you just want to be more involved in your career. Some artists don't want to be involved in their career in that way. Be involved in the business, going to all the meetings and understanding how they recruit stuff and understanding about their masters and understanding who you pay back or how to get paid. You know what I'm saying? They just know they doing their show money.
Right.
And they getting show money, they getting publishing checks. Don't understand the YouTube checks, don't understand the SoundCloud checks, don't understand other checks you could be getting that's not just show money or whatever the case may be. If somebody sample your records 20 years from now, you want to be able to get paid from that.
Right.
How you gonna collect that money when you're not the one that can sign off on that? Somebody else gonna be getting paid off of that.
Right.
But if you don't know that, then you just oblivious to the fact that you can be financially stable for the rest of your life. You just didn't set yourself up to be stable. You set yourself up where you're gonna have to do shows all your life.
Right.
You set yourself up where you're gonna have to drop albums all your life, or you're not gonna be getting paid. If you don't drop an album, you're not gonna get paid. But when you set your stuff up, when you got residuals coming in, no matter what, it's because of the way your deal was structured. You got to structure your deal where you get residuals no matter what. Like your residuals gonna keep coming in. Like you can stop this year, but you're gonna be getting paid from shit from 3 years ago.
Right. The rest of your life, right?
Because you set it up right, but you're gonna be getting 100% off of it, not a percentage off of your money that you got to pay 100% back. These cats getting 100% of money. You might get a deal for $3 million, and you got to pay taxes on $3 million, but you walked away with 1.8,
Right.
1.5. But you got to pay $3 million, so you got to think about that 1.5 that you spending. You really supposed to be paying that for taxes. Now you balled out. Now you got to get another check to make up for the last check. It's like
you pay taxes on the new check.
Now you working check to check. Yeah, the check's big, but you working for $1 million to $1 million checks, or $5 million $5 million check, because you get a $5 million check. Half of it go to taxes. You spent $500,000, $1 million on jewelry. You ain't got nothing left. You had to get your manager something, but your manager didn't tell you got to pay money on the $5 million.
I love my label. A lot of niggas be like, I fuck with my label.
That's it. They work this project right. If they don't work this project right, you might have to hate them, bro. You don't blame the label for nothing? You don't come across like that, bro.
Niggas just be looking for a scapegoat, bro. That's just how I feel, bro. If you ain't hot, your ass ain't hot, it ain't the label fault. A label can't make a fan listen to you. At the end of the day, I'm not one of them niggas like, let's say I came out and my album did goddamn 4,000 sales first week. I'm not gonna be mad at the label, nigga. That just mean people ain't listening to me. They ain't fucking with me. All the label can do is add gas to the fire. Every artist would sell goddamn 10 million first week. The labels could control it, cause they making money off the shit. It's like some labels probably just suck at what they do, but I don't think labels like intentionally like fuck up a nigga shit unless it's just like they got beef. They don't like the artist. But it's like, if you sign to them, bro, they want to make money. Like, that's what it's about at the end of the day, is making money. So why would a label do some shit to not make their money? They want to make their fucking money. That's what you in business for. That's just like producing, goddamn, you own a water company. You think I'm gonna put something in the water that make the water not sell? If I'm on the water and I want the fucking water to make me money, I'm gonna do my best to make this water goddamn sell. You know what I'm saying? Same thing with a label. If they own the rights to your music and y'all in business together, and the whole objective of being in business with you is to make money with you, I would think that they would do their best to make the fucking money. So I'm not gonna never blame the label. Only thing you can blame the label for is, goddamn, if they don't give you no money to do what you need to do. Okay. And if they giving you the dollars that you need to package your product and make your product and sell your product, what else can you be mad at them for? It's either people listen to your shit or they don't. Niggas just be goddamn naive.
You just let Epic off the hook right there. I ain't gonna lie.
Niggas, them facts though, that's how I really feel. Like, about every label, like, niggas be being naive, just looking for a scapegoat, like, blame the label. Some niggas be in fucked up situations where it's like they want to leave and the label know they want to leave, and it's like, that just come with how you play your hand. If I want to leave a label, I'm not finna tell y'all. The fuck? Why would I? I'm not gonna go on no rant like fuck y'all, because if I do that, y'all really ain't gonna give a fuck about me, because I don't give a fuck about you. You know what I'm saying? Niggas just be trying to point the finger when they shit just flop and they just booty. Like, bro, you just booty. Nobody wants to hear you right now. Maybe that's what it is. Have you ever thought about that? Maybe you need to go back in the studio and make some shit that people want to hear. You can't blame the label. Labels don't make shit sell. They just market it and make it bigger than what it already is. Like, they add gas to the fire.
I just want to say this to all the managers and the young managers out there. I see a lot of artists. They don't end up leaving with who they started with. Yeah. So here you go, you got a manager and you got an artist and you got they started together, they go to building. This manager, he out there putting his whole life, his whole whatever. He might not even got the money, but he out here busting his ass. He ain't making no money, but he building with this artist. And artists, they got egos and stuff, you know what I'm saying? When the artists get up to a certain point, I don't know what might happen. I just see it happens a lot. I don't know nobody business. I just see it a lot in this business.
They forget about
the managers that I seen coming up grinding with them. Once they get to a certain point, then they might go jump on this other wave. You know what I'm saying? With somebody else who wasn't with them in the beginning. You know what I'm saying? Only reason that this person who you done jump with now, only reason why they paying attention to you because
everything
that was done before that. You feel what I'm saying? This person wouldn't even probably mess with you when you was down here at the bottom. But that manager that you done cut out, you know what I'm saying? For whatever reason, he was with you through, the whole process. So, I think artists, we gotta do better as a people just to understand the people who was with us before we even got the people who were down with us. You know what I'm saying? Like, bid in the music business, it's all kind of crazy shit be going on. But if you got somebody that was with you from, when you weren't then, man, figure out how to still, work it out with that person, man. You know what I'm saying?
Think about being independent.
And you just had a little taste of it with the EPs.
You want to be in the game, though. Some niggas like to be in the game.
Speak to that, yeah.
Some niggas want to be in the game. I know I'm one of the nicest niggas, ever. You know what I'm saying? Like, and you want to be in the game. Like, there's some niggas that rap music is low key like a lick for them. So it's one of the many things that they do. And if that's your mentality, indie is the way. Like, if you you know what I'm saying? But some niggas want to be in the game. You know what I'm saying? Being in the game is being like,
Yeah, what's being in the game?
It's like, being competitive, making records and like, putting them out to a larger audience. I don't think that indie is, I don't think I'm ready for that indie on a larger scale because I don't have a team around me. Like, I don't have a personal this on salary, a personal that on salary, an A&R on salary. Like, I don't have all of those things with me, so it's like going indie would be a headache, but the money would be great, but it'd probably just be like a lot of, because I like, I need you need a good publicist, you need a good product manager, you need a good, somebody who can make a phone call and get an extra 50 grand for a video.
Moral of the story, depend on yourself and God and discipline. Remember, discipline dictates your destiny.
Roger, tell these subscribe to the Prophet channel.
I got you.
I love you to death, and I will always love you, my father, because you didn't see what I had, you see what was deep in my heart.
The only man in the world who can do handstand push-ups with his fist on concrete.
With Prophet Muscle.
Subscribe for more.